it's a strong possibility that you've heard things like, oh, he needs to pay for my nails. Oh, he needs to pay for my hair. Oh, he needs to cash out me and pay for my gas or for my rent or for my Uber. And all of those things are amazing. But if you have said any of those things, or if you know anyone who has said any of those things, this video is for you. Stay tuned. Ashley Marshall, author of the book, Have You Watered Your Garden Today? And thank you so much for tuning in. If this is not your first time, hey boo! But if this is your first time, I truly appreciate you being here, and I do hope that the discussion is beneficial to you. So welcome to the Have You Watered Your Garden Today channel, where we discuss problems and solutions that affect men and women of all ages within the Black American community. This is a solution-focused space where we spark thought, shed light, and most importantly, we show love. So, if you're ready, put your thinking cap on, tie it up nice and tight, and let's get it. All right. So what I mean is, when you first meet a man and you start talking to him, and the first thing you say out of your mouth is, oh, my Cash App is, my nails cost, my pedicure, my sew-in, my boho braids, my blowout, whatever it is that you do. You first meet a man and you talking about Cash Apping you to get your hair and your nails done. It's multiple reasons why that can be detrimental to you as a woman who, if you're truly seeking a relationship, right? But also why it can send a wrong signal to a man if you want to be taken seriously. So I have my notes. Y'all know I'm gonna always have my notes because I'm a writer. But I have, 6 reasons? There's probably more. If y'all know more, put them in the comments below, please. But number 1, you sound ungrateful. You sound pretty darn ungrateful. And I say that because let's assume, because I like to assume that the men that we're discussing are the solid men, the ones that are true options for us, the ones that we actually care about, the ones that we're looking at, the ones that we're considering. So, to a solid man who already wants to take care of his woman financially, get her hair done and her nails done and do whatever the things are that he likes to do for her or that she likes to do for him, or both, to that man who already wants to do those things, to hear a woman when he's just meeting her tell him, oh, you need to pay for my hair, you need to cash out me for my nails, he's probably looking like, what? You don't even want to get to know me? You don't want me to get to know you before I start pulling out money? And it seems as though you may not actually value money or hard work. Because if you did value money and hard work, you would value the hard work that he put in to get that money, and you wouldn't be trying to, off the break, get him to spend $300, $400, $500, $600 on your hair and your nails. And if you claim that you want a solid man, don't you want him exercising good decision making? Imagine if the man that you want to date, right? If you found out that every woman that he met and dated or hung out with or talked to, he paid for her hair and her nails and her makeup and this and that. Would you be looking at him like he's a good financial decision maker? Would you be looking at him like he makes smart decisions? Would you be looking at him like he's unable to be taken advantage of? Would you be looking at him like he's not a trick? Would you be looking at him like he brings more to the table than just his money? 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't. And I'm just being honest. Because if we claim that we want a solid man, we want a man that's solid across the board in every area of his life. We want him to be solid in his career. We want him to be solid in his spirituality, solid in his position within his family, solid within his position among his friends and his peers. We want him to be solid in his health. We want him to be solid in the women that he has chosen in the past or the women that he might be choosing now. We want a man that's solid across the board. Not a man that's just solid here and a little iffy there and a little iffy there and maybe solid here and solid. No. Consistency. Someone that is solid consistently is probably not going to be turned on by meeting you, no matter how fine and sexy, fit, feminine, and friendly you are, to hear you say, oh, cash out me for my nails and my hair. Most solid men are not going to be turned on by that. And if they do it, it's probably because the money is nothing to them. And they probably putting you in the category of, I just got to pay for her hair and nails to get some. A cheap date. That sounds like a cheap date. To a man who got the money, and the only thing he got to do in his mind, because this is what he's understanding from the beginning. You want your hair and your nails done. The only thing he got to do to get some is to pay for your hair and your nails. That's a cheap date. No trips. You know what I'm saying? No financial conventions, no classes, no education, no, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. It's very low level. It's bottom shelf to meet a man with money and be trying to get him to pay for your hair and your nails. That's my personal opinion. And again, I don't know everything. Who am I? Like my sis Erykah Badu say, the man that knows something knows that he knows nothing at all. And I am an eternal student of life. So, hey, but I can only speak on what my experience is, what I have seen, and what I know. So, yeah, you leading your discussions with a man that you're just meeting, with wanting him to pay for your hair and your nails and stuff like that, you look ungrateful and you look like you don't value hard work and money. Another reason why you should not be meeting a man today and asking him to pay for your hair and nails today or tomorrow is because, my notes, you sound like someone who only values a man based on his wallet. If his wallet is not thick enough or heavy enough, you may not even respect him. That's what it looks like. And it may or may not be true. But again, we just have to be aware of the decisions that we make, the actions that we take, how we treat people, how we're coming off to people. You know, this is all a part of self-awareness and self-discovery. As you become more aware of yourself in every moment, that is where self-discovery happens. It's through conscious awareness. That's where the self-discovery happens. So, men are worth more than their money. They're worth so much more. Oh, I thank God for the black man. Let me just pause for a second.
3, 2, 1.
Living in the essence of a black man, okay? The black king. It's just one. Cannot be replicated nor duplicated. The black man, okay? So, yes, men like money. They want to have money. They want to flaunt money. They want to spend money. Yes, they do. But guess what? They also want to protect the people that they love, right? And in order to truly be protected, for you as a woman or for me as a woman, there has to be some type of respect reciprocated towards the man. Perfect example. If something is popping off and you and your man are out somewhere, let's say you at the gas station, and something is popping off and he say, baby, stay in the car. And then he get out the car and the stuff happens, whatever it is, and as it's coming to a close, he's able to safely get back to the car and get you back home. But instead of you staying in the car like he asked you to do, what you did is you got out the car. And you started yelling and screaming and cursing at him about why he's not in the car with you. Now he's distracted because not only does he have to protect himself in that moment, but he also got to protect his investment, his woman, his most prized possession. He got to protect both at the same time, his life and yours. Now both of y'all out there taking an L. Had you stayed your behind in the car, like the gentleman asked you to in the first place, respected his request, then that situation would have ended up very different. It's just the truth. And that, yes, we know every situation will not end up like that. Yeah, we know that. But that's just an example of how a lack of respect for your man can lead to a lack of protection. He can't protect you if he's also trying to protect himself and save his life and save your life and get you home. Stay yourself in the car. So, men provide money, yes, but they provide protection, absolutely, but you have to respect them. You have to listen to what they say, because if they're the ones that's going to be shooting a gun or swinging that baseball bat in protection and in defense of you, you have to listen to what they say. It's like being on a team. Your coach gave the instructions to the team. The captain is responsible for leading the team. The team is responsible for playing their part. It's the only way we will be successful. You have to play your part as a woman. I know a lot of us are tired of hearing things like, you got to respect the man, or feminine roles or gender roles and all of these things. I know, I get it. But if we actually just put that aside, let's put aside gender roles and what the role of a woman is and women being helpmates. Let's put all of that aside for a second and let's really just think of it like a team, like a game. Coach said, team, do X, Y, and Z. You are the leader. Y'all are the team. Everyone is the team. Play your role so that we can win. It's the only way. Everyone has to play their role. As a woman, we have to know our role. And if we're the ones that we want to be provided for, the home, the roof over our head, the car, whatever, and we want to be protected from danger, we got to have some kind of respect for what they're asking us to do and what they're asking us to be. Now, if a man is asking you to do or be something that goes against your moral code, your moral standard, if your integrity or your dignity is going to be at risk, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Reconsider. Seriously, though, because then that's not a solid man. You see? So if you're worried that respecting a man means that your dignity and your integrity will be compromised, that means that you're dealing with the wrong man, or we have the wrong man in the discussion. A solid man will never ask you to do or be anything that is going to compromise your dignity and your integrity. Your morality is never going to be compromised. Not by a solid man. If anything, it's going to be fortified, upgraded, updated. You know what I'm saying? Maintained, cultivated, loved on. It's going to be all of those with a solid man. A lot of the fears that I hear women projecting are based on experiences with men that's not solid. That's really just what it is. There's a difference between solid men and the others. A lot of y'all are basing your experience of the others. A lot of y'all are basing your experience with the others on I'm sorry, let me rephrase all of that. You're taking your bad experience with the others and you're grouping the rest of the men in that category. And that's just not true. It's really not true. Okay? So understand that men are going to provide and protect, but you have to respect. You have to listen. You do. It's really just the bottom line. If your man asks you, don't go out the house with your boobs out, with your butt cheeks out, but you do it anyway, and now you out and about and someone assaults you or disrespects you, you're going to be looking to your man to protect you, to defend you, right? I bet that you would. And with that being said, what if you didn't wear that outfit? The discussion is not about is it right or wrong for men to treat women a certain way based on what they're wearing. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is if your man asks you don't wear that because X, Y, and Z, and you wear it anyway, and something happens to you, you're going to be looking to him to protect you and to defend you. Now he is in some bullshit because of a decision that you made that went directly against what he asked you to do or what he asked you not to do. You see what I'm saying? So now he's actually in the middle of harm and danger to protect and defend you, the person who didn't do what he asked you to do in the first place. Wow. That feels ungrateful. It definitely gives that to me. I'm not the most modest woman in the world. You know, I'm not walking around with gowns on every day, all day. Like, I don't do that. But I completely understand where a man is coming from when he says, I want you to present yourself a certain way to the world to keep you protected. And also to keep me from having to slapping somebody today. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Luda. So, yeah. Last but not least, this might be one of the most important things. You meet a man today and you asking him to cash out you for your nails today or tomorrow, but you haven't offered him anything. You haven't even offered no coochie yet. So you asking for something, but you haven't given anything. You looking selfish. You looking like you want to take everything that you can get while giving the very least possible. Dang. That's kind of cold-hearted. And I really don't think, I hope that this is not what y'all are doing. I hope not. Stop asking these men for your nails and for your hair. Stop expecting them to do that. That's a cheap bill that you can pay for yourself. You can, because y'all got money. All of y'all are not broke. And guess what? You can go and drive Lyft or go get a part-time job, or whether it's remote, you know, whether it's after school program with the kids, like whatever it is, you can pay for your hair and for your nails. You really don't need to be asking that man for it. You really just want your ego stroked. You really just want to see how much you can get from him while giving as least possible. It's really not cool. And if I had a son, and when I do have a son, I'm gonna let him know. You meet a woman and she talking to you about how much her hair and her nails cost and all of this stuff, you need to run the other way. Run the other way. Because it sounds like she's grooming you right now to pay for her hair and her nails. And that's not what you're here for. You didn't come here to pay for someone's hair and nails. You didn't. So, I know I started out saying 6, but I kind of merged 1 or 2 of them, or 3. But to just recap. Stop asking these men for cash out for your hair and for your nails and stuff like that. You just met him. You don't know him. And what have you given to him? You ain't gave him no coochie. You ain't gave him no oral. You know what I'm saying? You didn't come to his house and wash his clothes, fold them, and put them away. You didn't go drop his stuff off at the dry cleaners and then go pick it up and bring it back and put it in his closet. Did you clean his kitchen? Did you deep clean his floors? Oh, okay. Because you're not gonna do that either. You don't cook, you don't clean, you don't give up the coochie on the first day or the second day, but you want your hair and your nails done on the first day or the second day. Or not just the hair and the nails. I can't believe it. What about these expensive meals that y'all be wanting on the first date? If you said you want a solid man, ain't no way no solid man is truly excited and turned on by a woman that is asking and requiring and demanding that he do these things for you. You're not even his woman yet. Like I said, you're not his woman. You haven't given him none. You haven't simplified his process in his life. You haven't cleaned his home. You haven't came to his office and organized his paperwork. You haven't cleaned out his email box. You haven't managed his schedule and his travel arrangements for work. You have not done anything for him. But yet you meeting him and you got your hand out like this, looking for the first thing anything that you can get, any type of little crumb. You worth more than that. You deserve more than that. Pay for your own hair and your nails. Be a good person. Show up authentically yourself after the work has been done within you. And let that man buy you a house. Let that man buy you some land. Let that man pay for your master's degree or your doctorate degree. You see what I'm saying? Let him buy you a franchise. See, you have to think. You're thinking big. No, you're thinking too small. You need to be thinking big. Yeah. Low vibrational, bottom shelf thinking is pay for my hair, pay for my nails, take me to an expensive steak dinner. More evolved thinking might be, let me actually get to know this gentleman. Let me let him get to know me. Because I want to see what he's about. And then you allow all of the gifts to start rolling in from there. No one has wasted time. No one has wasted money. And as we know, men, solid or not solid, men don't like wasting time and money. They don't. Because they spend too much time to get the money. And they got the money in a whole lot of time. So, yeah. I think that's it. Solutions. How? Oh, well, I guess I've given the solution the whole time. I've given the solution. So instead of meeting a man and saying, pay for my hair, pay for my nails, pay for my steak dinner, pay for my rent, truly get to know him, let him get to know you. So that way you can determine if he is the type of man who wants to pay for anything. And then once you determine that he is that type of man, then you allow him to buy you land. You allow him to buy you a house, a franchise, a business, pay for your degree, pay off your student loans, whatever those things are that he wants to do for you because he loves who you are on the inside. Then you let him do it. Okay? So, questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, quotes, links, lyrics, I don't care. Please drop it in the comments below. I need to know your feedback. I really hope that this video was helpful to somebody, even if it's just one person. I'm really trying to reach the young women. This is for the young women because a lot of the older women my age and older, some of y'all are gone. I'm just being honest. Some of y'all are, not everybody, because I do believe people can come back. Okay, so anyway, leave your questions, comments, concerns below. Subscribe to my channel, send me an email, follow me on Instagram, all of those good things. I hope your thinking cap worked for you today as mine worked for me today. Thank you so much again. Peace.